When U.S. President Donald Trump took office on January 20th, Vladimir Putin was quick to congratulate him, and many thought that there might be a window to achieve a peace deal in Ukraine. But as Russian forces continue their siege, President Vladimir Putin is accusing the Ukrainians of being the ones who do not want to negotiate. Putin has also called into question whether Ukraine's leader, Volodymyr Zelensky, has the legal authority to sign a peace deal.
It is possible to negotiate with anyone, but due to his illegitimacy, Zelensky has no right to sign anything.
Zelensky's presidential term officially ended last year, but he has continued to govern under martial law that was declared following Russia's full-scale invasion. Putin claims this makes Zelensky an illegitimate ruler, a charge rejected by Ukraine's leadership and others who see it as an attempt by Putin to avoid peace negotiations. Analysts say Putin is in no hurry to negotiate for several reasons.
One of the big reasons is that Russia continues to see battlefield gains. And I think Putin and his generals are very aware that those battlefield gains will ultimately benefit them.
Also, President Trump has signaled he is less willing to pay for the defense of Ukraine than his predecessor, Joe Biden. Leaders in both Washington and Moscow appear willing to begin contacts as Trump calls for an end to the war within the first 100 days of his presidency. Putin has said he is ready to assign negotiators to begin work. With the number of casualties reaching several 100,000 and an economy suffering under the stress of sanctions, many Russians want the war to end. The Kremlin is not backing off its stance that Ukraine cannot join NATO.
The main thing for Moscow is that Ukraine is not accepted by NATO in any way and does not receive military support from the West.
Among Moscow residents, the expectations for a U.S.-brokered peace deal are mixed. We withheld their identities out of concern for their safety as Russia cracks down on those who speak to Western media.
All depends on our president, but I'm not sure of the adequacy of his decisions.
We hope that now, at least politically, everything will improve.
Trump has threatened to slap new sanctions on Russia if it doesn't end what the U.S. leader has described as a ridiculous war. What remains unclear is how or where the process to end it may begin. For Ricardo Marquina, Elizabeth Cherneff, VOA News.